Just recording. All right, we're going to go ahead and get started and have Jen. She is the presenter for tonight. So I'm going to step back. Jen, I think you know how to bring people up, I think.
Yes.
Okay. All right, I'm going to leave the stage. Girl, I froze. I didn't know what to do.
Okay, can you all hear me? Do you guys see anything on the screen? Can you hear me? Oh.
We can hear you, and on the side is the mod chat. I mean, not the mod chat, but there's a chat so you can see the comments. And I
Okay,
think,
is it showing anything on the screen?
yes, but I can, it looks kind of small. I can't really see it. Oh, maybe I have to tap it in order to see it. But I do see something there. I just have to tap it because I'm on my computer.
Okay. Well, oh, sorry, y'all. Trying to figure this thing out.
Hey guys, how do I make Jennifer the stage mod so she could bring people up
Okay,
that have
so
questions?
we're gonna go over scrying. And I'll kind of bounce back and forth. I can figure this thing out. Um, if I do that. Okay. So with scrying, first off, scrying, we've all been doing scrying. If you have issues with your clairvoyance, um, this is going to help you, especially in the beginning. You're not being able to see things that you're wanting to see. This will help you kind of build your clairvoyance and being able to see things. Um, so with scrying is an energetic reading, channeling, seeing into the future, the past, and the now. But also with scrying, what it is its ability to open your third eye open and activate it. So if you're trying to activate your third eye, this is another way of activating your third eye and activating and opening your clairvoyant or clear seeing, a little bit more easier than trying to do practices. So this is more of a tool, another thing to put in your pocket. The same thing as tarot reading. In the oracle, these are tools that help you in your psychic and mediumship. Scrying is really fun. It also teaches you to learn to meditate, and it also connects. It has a possibility of helping you connect your root chakra and your third eye, especially if you're going to use crystal ball or obsidian. Obsidian helps connect the root with your third eye. It also helps build confidence if you use obsidian, but we'll get to that in a minute. So back in the 10th century, the ancients, there was a Christianity that rose to power, which outlawed scrying, which really scrying is just opening your mind wider and a lot easier than trying to sit there and focus, especially if you have a busy mind. I know that nowadays, with the way the world is, we are so busy. We're so busy that I'm not sure how to. Can you hear me? Oh, I don't know if it brought you up there or not. We get so busy with our day-to-day lives now. The stress of trying to make money and build a business or work on us and healing, that our brain is so overly active. And if you are wanting to work on that clairvoyant, you can use scrying. A lot of people are afraid of scrying because they see it as entering in a whole different realm, or connecting with evil spirits and things like that. That's not the case. So it's just another way of connecting to the other side of things. So you're able to connect to the angelic realm, the loved ones that you're also trying to connect for others. This is another way. But also, it's same thing as like tarot cards. It helps you be able to see into the past, present, and future. And if you guys have any questions, you can put in the chat because I'm more able to see that versus raising your hand. Um, so if you have any questions, just pop it up here and I'll answer it for you. So, you're one to access your clairvoyant intuitive channel. So this is one way of doing it. So if you're struggling, I highly recommend trying this route. Oh, I don't know why it's not pulling it up. Let's see.
We can see it now. We can see it.
Type in the question box if you guys are seeing anything yet. I may have to. Jessica, I think I sent you the slide. Will you see if you're able to see that? I don't know why it's not up there
We
now.
see it.
Okay. So, scrying, yeah, it's definitely just helps you kind of build your clairvoyance. Like I said, back in the day, there is so many different kinds of types of scrying. I'll kind of zoom up in this if you can't see it. So there is a charcoal scrying. So I do a charcoal scrying. There is also an intuitive painting. So it's basically you're connecting into an energy, which what I do, I kind of get myself into a trance, and it goes to an automatic writing too, so it falls into automatic writing. But I'm using and allowing myself to go into a trance and open up to receive what message I ask. So I'll ask, what information do I need to know for today? Or what was my past like? Or what was that person's past lives? Different questions. And what you're doing is you're just think about a cloud. When you guys looking at a cloud, y'all see images in the cloud, right? So it's the same thing as charcoal scrying. You're just finding the images that you're supposed to connect to. We don't look at the clouds for no reason. Those clouds, if something tells you to look at those clouds and you see an image, those images are meant for you to see for a reason. Same thing as charcoal scrying. I'm finding the image in the snow. Like if you guys see the TV, the snow. I'm looking for the images and connecting those images into a certain meaning. People use painting they use their third eye. They're connecting to their intuitive and the other realms to see what images that they are needing to paint with these images. Um, okay. With these images that you're seeing, they have a meaning. You'll see symbols, you'll see people, you'll see animals, you'll see different things. And the same thing as anything else, these have meanings. You just have to find the information for those meanings. And sometimes those meanings are something that's in tune to you, just like when you do mediumship, for people always have the balloons. Balloons are celebration. You may have a horse. A horse may have a meaning for you that's connected or helps you figure out what that meaning of the object is. With So you've got crystal ball, black mirror, water scrying, fire scrying, tea leaves, wax, painting, smoke, and eyelid. So with the kind of zoom into this for y'all. So like I said, scrying is connecting to the source of the energy. It's helping you open up your third eye so you are able to connect. So the next one I'll talk about is the fire scrying. Fire scrying, you have to be careful because for one, you don't want to get burned. So you don't want to get up close and personal. Two, you might want to do more of a bonfire because with fire scrying, with all scrying, you're going into a light trance, just as you would with mediumship. Fire can be hypnotizing, so it can put you in a deeper trance if you look into it for too long. So like I said, you have to be careful with it, but also it will cause eye strain. So just be careful with that. A lot of people are connected to the fire scrying. I'm not. I like watching the fire and I feel calm and peaceful and I can see things in it. It's just not something I really am too connected to it. For me, like I said, it strains my eyes because I just get too focused and I'm like I just don't like it. It's just not for me. And you will all find what works for you. Some people fire calls to them. So if you're one of those that warmth and fire calls to you, you might want to try fire scrying. So you'll be able to look at bonfires. If you have a fireplace, I've seen people use cauldrons, little cauldrons that they set on fire that has fire you can watch, a candle, then those long matches also you can use as well for that. Yes, Jessica, please. Be a lot easier.
We can see everything. Oh.
Yes, so bonfire, I like bonfire because it's a chance you're out in nature. So you're not only are you under the stars and the moonlight and in a quiet atmosphere, it helps being in that atmosphere in the dark to be able to see a lot easier. A lot of this, like the fire, I like to be more in the dark versus having light. So a lot of this calls for like the bonfire, more of a dim light to help you see things versus here in a minute we'll get to the smoke where you kind of need a little bit kind of a balance of light so you're able to see smoke. Yes. So your daughter fires with candles. Yes, yeah. You can use anything that has a fire element to it. You can use. Um, it's like I said, it's hypnotizing because you watch the flame and things like that. But with this, what it does is the flame flicker. It allows you to get into a meditative trance to not only see the objects the flame does and what the flame acts. You can ask and talk to that flame, show me yes or show me no or show me heights of when negativity or things like that. You have to talk and communicate with the flame to get the answers that you need in life. Yes, yeah. So like with your image, there is so many different images. I see a horse, a horse galloping, but I also see it in a skeleton form. And then I see a man riding another horse. It's just different meanings in this. And I see an animal face. There is what I call back in the old day. I don't know if you guys know the mask. I forgot what disease it was, but they wore that long nose mask. I see the image of that also in there. Yes, the plague. Thank you. Yes, the plague. I don't know if you guys remember those masks. I see one in there. So, yeah, and that could be, and very well could be your family member communicating through fire because that's what makes you stronger. So that is your tool to connect to your third eye, and that's how they're communicating with you. Yes, so because it's still connecting to your clairvoyance. So in order to see things, you need your third eye to be connected. We all see things. We have that third eye. It's there. It seems lines in the image. So, like they always say, everyone gives you signs. And scrying is about giving you different outlets to see those signs and those images that they know will help you see. Yeah, so I'm a water sign. I don't always feel like a water sign, but I don't like scrying with water. I'm more of a charcoal painting, clouds and nature and things like that. Water has never been my big thing. So that could be where if you're a fire sign, you'd probably be more connected to fire. But sometimes I almost think we're always the opposite of what we are, fire, water, and stuff like that. So, like I said, sometimes I don't feel like water half the time. I feel more earthy and air and stuff like that. So it's kind of based off what do you feel. It's not about what sign you are. It's more of like what your energy is. Does that make sense? Your energy. Your energy. You may be this, but what your energy, you're a whole different aspect of a person. Totally different. Okay, so the next one is so the reflective scrying. So we need reflective scrying. This is about crystal balls. I actually had, I'm a Dodi, and I don't know why I think I'm on Zoom, but I actually do have several little spheres. I have obsidian and things like that I'll show you. I have a really big one that's in the picture. I have, and there's an 8-inch, a 4-inch, some like, okay. Bigger isn't always better. Does that make sense? Bigger isn't always better. You need, when you're doing crystal ball reading, you need something that your hands are always holding because you are the outlet to that crystal ball. That's your energy. You're always transferring that energy to that object. Same thing with your tarot cards. Everything that's connected to your energy, don't let no one touch it. And you've got to treat your crystal ball with respect, as you would with everything, anything that is so personal to you, because our energies, the crystal, when you go to find a crystal and you find one that says, hey, I belong to you, same thing with your crystal ball, you have to connect to it. Same thing with finding tarot cards. They just call to you. They're like, we belong to together, and you'll find one. I have a obsidian one. I have an 8 inch and I have a 4 inch. I like my bigger one for some things, but it's so super heavy. Like, it almost broke my back not too long ago trying to move it. I like something I can hold and move around and spin and kind of, yeah, yes, perfect, yeah, yeah. So if it's glass, okay, so let me tell you the difference on if you're wanting to go the crystal ball route. You can use the most perfect one is a clear quartz, an absolute clear quartz. It has more of it enhances your energy, clarity, understanding, and it connects with your higher self. It's just a little bit more energized and connects with you a little bit different. You can use a smorky or obsidian. Some say some people are scared to do the obsidian. I think it's because it looks like a big black hole, or it's dark, so people automatically are like freaked out evil because it's black. But obsidian, if you know, it's actually shielding you from negativity at the same time. So it's blocking all this negativity at the same time as you're trying to connect and get what information you need. So it's like a double layer to your scrying, your mediumship. So that's why I like it. It's that double layer of protection. And when you're doing crystal balls, sometimes you can hold, I know a gentleman, he uses amethyst, which is purple, which is connected with our third eye, purple, violet, if you use purple candles, you'll be needing purple candles. And the purple kind of help you say, hey, it is your third eye. But you can use glass. It's just more of a lower vibration, but you can absolutely still use glass. It's just, like I said, it's lower in the vibration. You want to stay more of the quartz, obsidian, because they have more of a higher vibration. So you think about that. So with the crystal ball, everyone thinks it's when you do crystal ball readings that they always say it's they think it's like the movies where we're going to see a big face and smoke and awesome bright lights and a big old party in a ball. That's not how it. So once again, the crystal ball is a tool. So you're not going to see smoke and mirrors and big old faces pop at you, say boo. It's not. That's not how that works. So it's spicy. If you're clear quartz and you got blue, that's perfectly fine. Because if you're connected to it and you feel good with it, it's perfectly fine. It doesn't matter what it looks like as long as it gives you that trance and that's connected to you. Because like I said, you're not going to see smoke and mirrors inside the crystal ball. You're using it to connect and see in your mind's eye. Does that make sense? We're using these as a trance, like hypnosis, when you're staring at a point on the wall. You're using that point and looking at that crystal ball to distract you from your surroundings, to eliminate that busy mind on one side, to allow your other side to go, oh, okay, now I can think clearly. Now I slowed my brain down. Now I'm connecting, because I'm connecting to what I need to see. And you'll see it in your mind's eye. You'll see the images. You'll get the information you need. It's a tool. So like I said, it's not I mean, if I looked at a obsidian, do you think a solid, looking at this black with a reflection, then I'm going to see somebody standing behind me and scare the crap out of me or something? No, it's just something that helps you within your mind's eye, your third eye. So like I said, with these, you need to find what is connected to your energy. If it's calling you, you probably need it. That's probably what it's saying. Hey, we are like perfect match. Let's get married. Let's go. Yeah, the ancient druids, they relied on I'll probably say it wrong, the brile spears, and the Mayans preferred the obsidian mirrors. So we'll go into the mirrors. Same thing with the mirrors, is just a reflective surface that helps you go into a meditative trance state, a calm state of mind, so you're able to see the images. You can use copper surroundings. Copper helps up the energy, and you can, like I said, amethyst, any crystals with you to kind of amp that energy up if you need to, that you don't feel like you're getting enough pump. See. With the mirrors, a lot of people like to make their own, and they can put a protective symbols around that mirror to add another layer on top of a layer of protection on top of that. There is a man. Oh no, it's a naked female. My apologies. And then there is I would say a male with a ball cap on, but I can't see it very well. I see a heart. So that's another thing. Like with your image, we all are going to see different things because that messages are going to be different for a lot of us, depending on what you need to see or what's being connected to you. So that image may be something that's more of you will see that you are linked to, but it's always fun to see what everyone else gets because they always have some kind of message for you in there. So if you want to try it, first of all, just find you a 4-inch, a small one, and practice with it. Like I said, you're going to hold it in your hands. You're going to glance in it and kind of open that third eye so you're able to get the message you need. Now to clean your crystal balls, setting it out in a full moon. You can put it out on the ground to let nature kind of absorb all of that energy that's in it. Oh, you see the naked woman too? Yeah. And the same way you would do with like the crystals, just you want that draw that energy that you've gotten built into it. You need to draw that energy just as like you would with your tarot cards and things like that. So there is, I know we all do this, believe it or not, we do what's called an eyelid scrying. Does anyone know what an eyelid scrying is? I know you do. You guys, we all do this, believe it or not. So when you're doing mediumship, you close your eyes, right? And you see the images. You're doing eyelid scrying. You're pulling the images and seeing with that, basically with your eyelids and seeing images. Yes, closed eyes. So you're actually doing the eyelid scrying. So a lot of you have been doing it this whole entire time. You're using that darkness of the eyelid to help your mind focus onto what you're seeing. So you've already been learning how to do scrying. You're just been closing your eyes. So you can open your eyes and find another tool if that's not the route to go. But we've been doing that. I don't know if you guys like to look at the clouds and see the different images in the clouds. I know I do. I love to lay on the ground. It's the best, like, relaxation. I get really sleepy because I get to trance into seeing the images in the clouds. Um, crazy images too. Yes, so a lot of us, we will close and connect when we open our eyes. A lot of us will be able to open our eyes and like get distracted and be able to see what we need to see. But we do start off with closing our eyes because our mind is so busy and you're trying so hard to see the images. Sometimes you need that darkness to finally see what images you need to on the other side. But that's how I oh my goodness, practice was starting to look at the clouds. It's what started teaching me how to get in a meditative state, a relaxed mind state, to be able to see things. So then I went into seeing, believe it or not, seeing things on the walls. Little on the carpet, on people's cars, everywhere. You see images. Start focusing and start seeing these things. It helps develop your third eye and seeing your clairvoyant. You're seeing so much easier, and it helps you focus and to meditate. Everyone thinks that when you meditate to mediumship, you need to go in so deep of a meditation. It's not. It's like reading a book. And you know how you get so relaxed and focused into reading a book? That's basically what you're doing when you're looking at the clouds. You're staring at a wall, or you're reading your phone. It's a gentle trance that helps you see things. So it's not about getting into a deep trance. That's not what we need to do. To some people, these objects, these scrying tools, is to help them eliminate a busy mind, to have something to focus on, so what's going on around us doesn't get us distracted. Yeah, so yeah, those are those are actually images. They're things hiding that you don't realize. You know, they always say we have signs and images everywhere. We have things that's talking to us everywhere. You got to remember how many, probably, people are around us daily. And when we're staring off focusing, they're like, oh, hurry up. Let's put something there. Maybe they could see it so I can rely on message. You got to think about that. They know our thoughts. They know. Yeah, so this is how they interact with you very quickly. But we're so busy not paying attention to the things around us that we miss all these images and um, different things that's in front of us. Just like the trees. The trees give us, have you guys stared out when the sun goes down and you guys are looking at the trees and with the sun setting and how it gets that darker and you see images within the trees? Everything. There's something there always out there. So the next one is water scrying. So this is fun. I don't know if you guys like to skip rocks or go sit by a bottle of water and kind of toss the rocks and you see the ripples. Um, every different stone makes a different ripple. So with a water scrying, you can use a copper or black bowls. Some people use the clear. Like I said, it goes back to what feels natural for you and helps you to see and relax better. Now, this is the same with fire. You will see, and the clouds, you'll see the images in the water, and the water react to what you need to know. Also, like I said, you have to, a lot of people will dip their hand in some water and make little driplets to cause a ripple effect, and you will see the images in the water. Sometimes you will see faces, whatever they want to give you. And then the ripples, depending on the ripples, that which way is it going. It helps you tell, you know, hey, you're going too far into the past. Let's move forward. You need to stay in the now. You know, if your ripples are spreading out evenly, you're where you're supposed to be, and things like that. Some people will put wax in water to create a different form of scrying, so that wax will also create images within the water. With all a lot of the water, the scrying, the you need a candle. It helps, like I said, promotes a reflective, calming. I would say it's more of a calming light, because bright lights kind of don't help. Some about it kind of, it's too much light for us. We need that. I would say the calm, romantic lighting to keep us calm and romantic, I guess you could say. I used to, like I always like when I relaxed and did my blessing baths, I used to drop the water, use my fingers, and I would drip the water in the bathtub just to see the different things that pops up. You know, it's calming. I like the dripping. That's why we are so in tune with water. Water is very calming and relaxing. Um, so you can do eyelid. You can do a combination techniques. You can do fire and then close your eyelids and see and have two information. So with water, same thing. You can see the images in the water or watch what it shows you, and then you can close your eyes as well and get a different image within your mind's eye, your third eye. So you can use a combination. To get what answers you need. The same thing as when you're doing your bones, your tarot, your mediumship. You're using all these different tools to gather the evidence and the knowledge that you need to give that message to that person that needs that message, even if it's you or someone else. These are all tools and outlets to gain that knowledge. Some people, they are so stuck on one way, when you can blossom and open your horizon with so many different tools to gain a higher knowledge base and a higher evidential base, so that your sitter has more of what they need. Because I know sometimes sitters are like, oh, I wish I would have got more information. And sometimes we get into our mediumship and all of a sudden it drizzle down, our energy drizzle down. That's when you need to pull a tool out, like a crystal ball, or like you guys do with the tarot, so you don't get switched into a psychic mode and tell them everything about them. You want to try to stay in that mediumship, grab a crystal ball, or, you know, be like, give me a second, I'm going to go with a crystal ball and see what I can pull from this to help you gain that energy and that focus, so that your message can get stronger or stay where it needs a lot longer period. Because our energy gets so drained so quickly with this, that we need a different outlet to kind of help us gain more of that energy for the message. So that's another way to gain that information and knowledge. But yeah, if you're at the river or ocean, you know, the ocean, listen to the sounds, the water, because you're closing your eyes. Don't just look at the water. Listen to what the sound has to offer. What is that water saying to you? You know, just like the crackling of a fire. What does it sound like? What is it trying to say, or what is it trying to make you feel? So that's another thing that's going to give you is the information of the emotion, the feel of things. You know, does it feel calming and loving? Does it feel like, you know, someone's husband on the other side trying to show you what love is? So you're pulling the ocean waves, the calm just coming at you hard and fast. You know, these are different things to help you get another sense of what they may feel towards that person. If it's thunderstorming outside and you're trying to do a reading and it's boom, boom, boom. Listen to those sounds because, like I said, everything around us, um, in the universe, everywhere around us, we always have something to help us with what we do because that's the purpose of our life is to help others and to gain that love and knowledge so that they are not afraid, that they are loved, that they know that this isn't the ending, that we have so much more in the other side waiting for us. And we're just rebuilding and restructuring what's here now that's been, manipulated. And so those are another things to look for.
I'm halfway there.
So the next one is smoke. Some people use incense, the smoke from a fire. You just got to remember the higher it rises, the different the smoke will change. So just keep paying attention to the bottom, and then as it rises, what does it change into? Um, the movement of the smoke has different meanings for it. Also, I sometimes if I'm burning incense, I'll look at the smoke or I'll take a video so that I tend to go back and look at it and like go slow because my brain doesn't always want to catch up with my thought process. So my seeing in that's a little bit quicker versus the other way. But smoke's really fun because it gives you some wild images and some fun images and some naughty images and some animating images, kind of everything and anything. It's just very quick. That's why I said I always try to record it so I could go back and look and study it and slow it down just a little bit. So this with smoke scrying, Native Americans practice this. It's a special type of smoke scrying that they use in a sweat lodge. So, this is what they did. They see the images in the smoke that helps them, figure out what they need to do or what messages they have also. If you guys, tea leaves, I was going to say another one is tea leaves. I tried tea leaves. I swallowed, I went and, because if you're going to try reading yourself, they always say you spin it, you drink, and some of it, and then you flip it. It adds your energy to that tea. I choked on some tea leaves. We won't talk about that. But that was my first time trying to figure it out. And that's really fun because they actually have special teacups that helps you with tea leaf reading. There's some really beautiful ones out there, and it has different directions and tells you the past, present, future, what you need to know, and then from the bottom up, and then what the saucer also says. I always thought it was pretty cool to see all the different images the tea leaves give as well. So that's another type of scrying, fortune telling, past, present, future. Also, if you want to try tea leaf reading, I said that was I like it, but that it just doesn't connect to me very well. So is there any questions? Any questions coming so far, or you talk about, ask about?
No questions.
Maybe ones that you're like to try or didn't realize that you were just trying this whole entire time? And if you're wanting, because you connect your angels
You're breaking up.
scrying is another way of, getting more higher self, because that's the highest knowledge. Scrying will help you communicate with your guides, your higher self, your angels. So if you're struggling to communicate with them, this is another way. Oh, can you hear me now? They probably don't want me to tell you all that. um, if you're wanting to connect with your spirit guide, your higher self, your angels, okay. If you want to communicate with your guides, your higher self, your angels, praying is another way to be able to connect with them. Once again, if struggling with that, there's see that to help you communicate with them and kind of speak to them a little bit different. um, oh, I don't. Is it still breaking up every time I try to tell you? I guess you're not supposed to know that. Yeah, so I guess I'm not supposed to tell you that. Yeah. I know I tried several times, I don't know why. Um, so I'll write it down. That's a good idea. Let's see if I can type it. I don't know why I about wrote every time on there. I don't know why I was trying to type that. Oh, why is it wanting me to type that? I don't want to do that. Hold on, they're wiping I forgot what I was typing. What is that? When, what was I, what was I typing? Uh, oh, no! Oh, it's changing my words. There we go. Oh my gosh. I look like that. Be warn you, my typing is, I don't know why it's not letting me do this. It's really not that hard. It's really not even that, like, there you go. Hopefully y'all can see that. Yeah. If you're needing, it's another way if you're struggling to get a hold of them or to get the message you need from them. This is another stepping stone. Um, no, we can't do nothing easy. It's always difficult. It's a simple, it's a simple thing to tell you. Um, but scrying is fun, is creative. So like I said, the root, your creativity. When we channel, we need that imagination. We need to be a kid again. We need to laugh. The more we laugh, the more we look around and see things like a child sees things. Even if it's a silly picture, it it's going to talk to you. It has a meaning behind it. So be a kid. I mean, you've got that inner child that's trying to get out and get you to be like who you were when you were little. If you can get back to that inner child, that younger you, and be able to be creative and to draw on that creativity, you're going to flourish. You're going to be up on top of your, the perch, and you're going to be able to blossom. We just got to have these tools to kind of give us confidence and the boost we need to connect. We're not crazy. We're not crazy. Look, if someone says you're crazy, they're the one that's crazy. Because I'm pretty sane. I'm 100% sane. I just see things a whole lot clearer than everybody else in this friggin' world. Besides y'all, y'all know, you know. So it don't matter what no one think, you know. Let them be them, and you be you, and you keep stepping up and being the higher vibration that you are, and find those tools, put it in your pocket. You know, I had a friend that was a teacher. She always says we had a file cabinet in our brain, in our mind, and we do. Take that, stick it in that file cabinet, store it so when you need to pull that file out and use it, you will have it. So that's what we have to do. So scrying, find what you feel that you need to, you're connected to, and give it a try and flourish with it, because we have these objects and these things for us to to give a go. Well, if you're gonna play with fire, make sure it's a bonfire outside and make it bigger. Big, big, big. The bigger the better. That's why I always say on the fire, the crystal ball not so much, but the fire, I always say the bigger the better. You know, on that one, you gotta have the girth on that one. So don't forget to love on that crystal ball. Oh, on the crystal ball, like I said, don't let no one touch it. Keep as much of like kind of out of people's eyesight, and put a ritual cloth over your crystal eye to block it and shield it from anyone else's energy. Because crystal balls, your crystals do absorb energy from other people. So you, and just all of your tools, you've got to remember those negative people that's around you, family members, whatever, someone's having a bad mood, that absorbs it. So make sure you keep things out of reach out of people's um, grimy hands, because you know they're going to mess with that energy, and you're going to have to fix it all back up. So you probably, your ears are ringing. You probably got some. There's an angel probably talking to you, trying to give you like, come on, listen, you can do it. You got it. You got it. So yeah. Is there any more questions? Anything else? I'm pretty an open book. I could try to give you as much information as I can. And like I always say, if I don't know it, I'm a learner. I have so many certifications and licenses because I'm always wanting to grow. The smoke is it? Well, give it a try and enjoy. Just don't inhale it. Remember, if it's a house fire, get down low and crawl out of the house. But let's not set any houses on fire. We don't want to do that. Um, And you guys are so welcome. Like I said, if you guys have any questions or need anything, just holler. Oh, I was going to tell you, I do investigations, and a fun, I guess, a fun kind of thing. We decided to try something out with a mirror, just a plain mirror, and mirror on the wall, and to use a 400 frequency, and to sit in front of the mirror and see what a 400 hertz frequency would do to you in the mirror. Let's say we're learning that frequencies can actually do different things with your energy, and it helps you see different things. So it's a very intriguing thing out there. My thing just popped off. Um, but yeah, energy, and those frequencies. Keep listening to those frequencies. Um, give your crystals love with frequencies, and give your mind's eye with the frequencies. All right. If there's nothing else, I will let you guys go.
Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Jen, for doing this presentation. I know everybody was interested in what scrying was, so I hope everybody got a little bit of knowledge about it, at least the basics of it. I'll see you guys later. Thank you, Jen, again. Hopefully we circle back in a month or so to see how everybody is doing with their scrying practices. Yeah. All right, guys.
You're welcome, everyone.
Have an amazing night, everybody.
Bye.
Bye.